Hey YouTube, this is Bella. This is going to be an update on my sales for the first quarter of the year. This is January, February, March sales. And so for the span of 3 months, I sold $10,756.79. 609 products ordered. Average order cost was $17.66. I can say that very conservatively, I took home about 60% of that 10,000. I've got spreadsheets here for January, February, March of my accounting that I'm keeping up with all my costs. That will kind of go through that. I'm going to talk through some of the numbers and try to make sense of each month's revenue. So for January, that was my best month out of all the months. So I did $5,951 in January, 342 items ordered. So you can see that more than half, well over half of this, it was in January. The reason for that being is that I sent in way more shipments in January. I was killing it. I was very motivated in December as well. So I just sent in a lot. I think I sent in like 20 shipments in January. So hopefully I send in a lot in April as well. So I'm also, trying to make it look like I lost money for January. Total payouts in January, that is, money that directly deposited to my bank account. That was $2,473. And as far as total cost, I came up with a cost of $2,334. And so I made it look like my net profit was only $138, and that would be hopefully all I would have to pay taxes on. And so the costs I came up with are, they're kind of costs, but they're kind of not. A lot of these are inventory that I had reinvested in. Labels, I had to, pay for gas. I had to pay for maintenance on my car. I had to pay for an Airbnb so I could go sourcing. And if we go and take a look at, let's go move on to February sales. February sales went down $2,866. That's because I only sent in, I think, 6 shipments in February. So, however, the item order cost $19.37, so it was a little higher on average, just because I sold less items. So let's take a look at some of the costs for February. Yes, I'm trying to be more organized. My spreadsheets are getting a little better, but this is my first time ever, keeping up with all of this stuff. Looks like I got a payout for $1,722 in February. That was as a result of January's efforts. And then I got another payout for $1,057. And I had, let's see, total cost for February, $872.46. I had to have work done on my car, pay for car insurance, and bought a bunch of books to resell, so I could say that my profit in February was $1,907. So I may have to work on that a little bit. Let's go over to look at March. March sales went down even more. Now, am I concerned about this? No, absolutely not. I knew what I was doing when I was doing it in February and March. I wasn't working, I wasn't sourcing, I wasn't sending items in like I normally do. However, yard sale season is upon us, so I have a room full of books that I have to send in. And I have shipments going out right now that are in transit, so I'm not worried about sales numbers at all. Guys, it just matters, like, what you want to send in is like a direct, like, I guess what I'm saying is the money that you make on FBA is a direct result of the effort that you put into it. If you don't have time to put all your effort into it, that's fine, maybe it's just a residual or, a side income for you. Maybe it's just a $500 extra a month that, you could use for whatever hobby you have or whatever you need for your kids. It's just a little bit of extra money. So for March, this was the lowest month so far. And even though I only sent in 4 shipments, I still got, I had $1,938 in sales. So let's look at actual profit for March, which I would think would be a lot lower than that. Actually, I think I made it to where I didn't hardly make any profit for March. And just be aware that I'm making my spreadsheets like this for tax purposes. You want to try to show a loss, or you want to try to show a very low profit. So I got a payout for $529, a payout for $524. Looks like a lot of this has to do with my graphic designer for merch. So I have not, well, I've sold about 13 to 15 shirts so far for merch, so that's no big deal right now. We're not going to report on that. I may do a, as for merch, I think it does the month previous month is when it gives you the data and when you get paid for it. So I will do a sales update when I get that information. But if we take a look at the trends, I mean, the trend is just a direct result of how much inventory I sent in. You know, December I was really killing it, and it just makes a difference how you're willing to, how much you're willing to source, how much time you're willing to spend. You know, let's take a look at, let's see, 2016, then we'll go to December 31st. Just curious how much I sold in December versus January. If this would load, that'd be great. Of course. Now it needs me to sign back in, of course. Thank you. Bear with me, guys. This is not even something I really needed to look at. I'm just curious of what I did in December versus January, because I know I was really killing it in December and January. But my plans for April are to just hit as many yard sales as I can. It's a new source of books for me, and I've already did really well this Saturday, and I didn't even go to that many. I just, you know, once I filled up the back of my car, I went home, I got a drum set, and I'm about to play the shit out of it as soon as my drumsticks come in. This is for... Oh, December. Looks like I only did $1,592. That's strange. But anyways, that's just a little sales update for the quarter. So for the quarter, I did $10,756, 609 items sold. And I can say that predictions for the rest of the year, I think I'll hit at least 10,000 every quarter. And hopefully fourth quarter, I'll hit 20,000. I would really love that. And I have travel plans coming up, and I'm going to do some sourcing in some different cities that are nearby, but hopefully just keep sending in inventory. You know, I need to check on how much active inventory I have, actually. Let me check that. I just got back from a kayaking trip, so I'm kind of all over the place, kind of tired. Let's see, check my inventory. Yeah, active inventory currently 496 items. So I want to get that number closer to 1,000. That's where I was sitting at when I was really making good sales. But 496 is not a bad number at all. It's not low by any means. I just need to get it up. So yeah, that's an update for you guys. That's the first quarter sales. Broke $10,000 in sales for first quarter. I really want to keep doing that every quarter. Hopefully even for second quarter, maybe I could, you know, maybe I could break 15. That'd be super cool. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have questions or want to talk about the data or share your own sales numbers, just leave a comment or, you know, like this video, subscribe. But I look forward to the next quarter, and you guys just keep watching and keep sourcing.